The EA Sports UFC 2 Platinum Trophy almost knocked me out. When I first played it back in 2016, it made me tap out because of the sheer grind on Ultimate Team. To be fair, just from the EA in that title, you know it's going to be a long one. But almost 6 years later, I finally managed to knock out the Platinum. This was my Platinum 106. This is just an okay fighting game. It's nothing special, to be quite honest, and the online matchup system is typical EA, more broken than Goku's plot armor, which explains why I got fed up with it in 2016. Even so, I managed to pop the majority of the trophies back then, so this time around I just needed some miscellaneous trophies and some of the online ones. As usual in this series, there was no uploaded save file, but you know, for this game it wasn't really essential, so I'm just gonna let my past self off. My first thought was to get familiar with the controls, so what better way to do that than to actually do the skill game? Not gonna lie, it took me a little bit longer than I would have wanted it to, but eventually I got the A rank in all of them to pop the putting in the time and work ethic trophies. Now that my skills were fine-tuned into the mechanics of the game, it was time to spread my wings and actually do some real fight. I eased myself into the pain by starting a new career mode so I could win a short notice fight for the I Got This trophy, and since this was the only single player trophy to get, I had no choice but to start something I can only describe as the same feeling you got when you had to have the talk about the birds and the bees with your parents. Of course, I'm talking about online. Ultimate Team was the first step, and of course, in typical EA fashion, I got matched against absolutely anybody. My humble 70 rated fighter was nothing but a morale boost for everybody else online. I got knocked out again, and again, and again. And this is when I got a match. Half the time I couldn't even get anyone to slap me around in the octagon. Naturally, after a while, I eventually got the odd win, which also led to reaching level 16 and popping the brown belt trophy, although it was nothing but a consolation win amongst all the carnage. Not gonna lie, by this point my mind started to wander again. What if I just create a new account? For some reason, getting mauled constantly by your opponent online, not because of the difference in skill level, but because of the difference in rating, somehow makes you want to stop playing this game. Who would have thought? Now, I understand a lot of you at this point must be thinking, why don't you just get good? And to you I say, fuck off. Not to toot my own horn here, but I'm totally going to toot my own horn here. I was actually good at the game. I know this because I played ranked matches where you can choose any fighter from the game's roster. I was so good at the game, I popped the Legend trophy, which was for winning 4 matches in a row, and then beating the division champion. I felt better than Vegeta when he finally became a Super Saiyan for the first time. In my rush of victory dust, I decided to fight with all the featured fighters for the whole crew trophy, as well as to prove to my wife that I was more than just a failure. This was, of course, as much of a short-lived victory as it is for a male praying mantis to lose his virginity. I had to go back into Ultimate Team, and so history once again repeated itself.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
I got pounded harder than Riley Reid in a Jules Jordan set on a Friday night. And as you can imagine, once again, I thought, is this really worth it? But from behind the octagon crowd, a legend appeared. A legend called Palmer 00. Thanks to this man, I managed to complete all the daily objectives in a day and pop the all in a day's work trophy. Faith in humanity restored. And like a cheap burger at a dodgy food van, all I had left was the grind. I just needed to keep fighting and collect coins without worrying about winning or losing. Of course, we all know which one happened the most. Look at that win-loss ratio. Makes me want to go and personally slap the person who created EA's matchup system. Anyway, I eventually reached level 26 and popped the red belt trophy. And then a couple of days later, I popped the Making Bank trophy for receiving a total of 100,000 coins in fight rewards. And with that money, I bought a crap ton of packs to reach 200 items in my collection and popped the stockpile trophy, which brought the platinum trophy with it. In total, this took me about a month to platinum, although it felt more like a year. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch more videos like this, click on the left panel, or if you want to watch the whole playlist, click on the right panel. As always, a massive thank you to all my patrons and channel members for the constant love and support. Love your faces. And that was it for this one, Faruski Clan. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Guy Faruski out.